hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant. Give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head. Get you out of my head.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. Run my own way to get there. Fools are calling that the I seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming for the sake of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Now that I need you, why? I never wanted to be alive, just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart breaks a beat at time, I cross the lines just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't even say that I draw with a cold flame parade. I feel like I'm fading.
Look at the plan that I made. I mapped out every step in life to hit away. Left me here, unable to find my way. Who killed the plan again? I set my sights so high, I dreamed of skies so bright, but life is a changing tide. Let's face it and brace it. Nothing happens the way I planned it. Unexpected arises. I'll give it up, baby.
Hello, 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 and welcome to a solo Honor Ramble. Let's see if I can change this layout. Make me the center. I want to be in the middle. I guess there's no way to do that. Well, okay, we're just gonna have Auntie Collins on this stream tonight. It is Thursday. Ring of Honor is back on Thursday. It feels a little bit more natural. It feels like we're back at home because, man, it has been a wild couple weeks. If you're in the live chat, I see you peering, looking at me in the live chat. It is so weird to see my face this big because I'm usually one of many. So bear with me. Tonight, I did want to let you guys know that Kyle is OOO. He is out of office. He is currently dealing with a kitty that is having some issues. So we sent our best to Kyle and his family with the kitties. I couldn't get a guest on such short notice, so you get me. You get me to ramble and talk to myself and talk about what I love, which is professional wrestling. Man, it does feel really good to be back here, back in my studio. I know I've been away, I've been doing other things for a while, so it does feel really good to be back here. I am still not unpacked from my trips that I've been having. I clearly have all my makeup mess that I've been going through. It has just been a crazy couple weeks. So, why don't we jump in? Because this episode, while there were only 4 matches, this is episode 116 of Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor in the AEW division, or AEW era, I guess. AEW division. It is not a division. AEW thinks that it's farm team, so to speak. We do see some AEW regulars here on our show this week. We have Wheeler Yuta versus Matt Mako, which I was not as familiar with Matt Mako, but I have seen him on some indie shows. We have Trisha Dora returning and a returning Rachel Ellering. Super excited about that. The Frat House is back with their grudge match between them and the Dark Order, which I have a lot of thoughts about, and maybe you do too. And finally, our main event tonight is the Sons of Texas with the Von Erichs, because they are tag team belt collectors, versus the MXM collection and the premier athletes. So a little bit predictable show, but we have quite some action to discuss. Shout out, wait. Oh no. Am I frozen? Oh wait, here we go. Whoa, that was weird. Hey to our overlord over here, Bobby Munson. Hello, Auntie. I'm still chatting with Papa Smokes, but I want to say hello, and I will come listen in here soon. Love you guys so much. Send my love to Papa Smokes. Y'all are so wonderful. If you have a chance and you have some time before the Honor Ramble, tune in, because Bobby and Papa Smokes are talking all things wrestling. I mean, I didn't watch the show this week, so I didn't know what the show was about. But they have a lot of fun, and you won't want to miss what they're doing. Sometimes they do trivia. So check them out, because honestly, you won't want to miss the show. And then our lovely friend, Astrid Pizarro, is in the chat. Hello, Astrid. Astrid, I'm kind of shocked that your profile picture is not you doing that, because this is my favorite and I love doing that. So can I do one more time? We should all do it together. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm sorry. I love you so much. I'm so glad you're in the chat tonight. All right. Yes. Ring of Honor this week has 4 matches. Do you know what matches I'm excited about? The first 2. The first 2 matches, and then everything else was filler once again. Ring of Honor, what are we doing? What are we doing? Saying hello to my friend over here, JD, over on the Twitter side. If you haven't noticed, I unlocked my Twitter. Mostly because I want to start getting hyped for All In. If you didn't hear, I'm going to All In. Yeah, crowd noises. I'm so stoked to go to All In. I don't know where I'm going, where I'm staying, but I bought my plane ticket. I got a ticket to the show. Saying hello to Addie Carver. Hello, Auntie. Just finished my graduation. Congratulations. That is incredible. It's such hard work. You should be so proud of yourself. Auntie is very, very proud of you. So Um, I am excited because I used to vlog all the time. That used to be like a thing that I would always do. If you have seen my old YouTube videos, you know I used to vlog about the stupidest things. But when I go to places and shows, it feels important. So then I want to vlog more. So I'm probably going to be doing a couple vlogs, posting them on the YouTube like the olden days of yore. The 2016s, the 2017s, where I was just doing random stuff and highlighting it. And I'm really excited to show you. I have been to Texas before, but I've never been to Texas for a wrestling show. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm really excited to see all of my friends. I'm not excited for the hot weather because I am not a hot weather girly. I'm going to have to figure out what to do with my hair. How do y'all do it? How do y'all minimize the sweat here? Because if we get real honest here, if we want to get honest, Auntie is it's a very sweaty person. Okay. I love being sweaty, but I love it up in the north. That's it. I look like a glazed donut, half of the time, rotisserie chicken style. That's what I gotta be all the time. That's what we are. But you know who is also always sweaty looking? Wrestlers. And as I'm fussing with my bangs, we're going to jump into this first match. This first match is Wheeler Yuta versus Matt Mako. Wheeler Yuta coming to the ring in the Death Riders music, which I don't know what spell is cast upon Wheeler Yuta here. However, he needs a haircut and he needs one really bad. So are any I know that there are a couple wrestling media people who are the dogs. I might have some company coming, so I might need to pause the stream for a few seconds while the dogs are barking. My best friend is dropping off dogs. But we're already going. Okay. Lost my train of thought, but Wheeler Yuta looks like a greasy boy. It seriously looks like a greasy boy. But it's been a while since he's been on Ring of Honor. This is the kind of first iteration really of the Death Riders version of Wheeler Yuta. He's been busy, so having him back in Ring of Honor is nice. It's a good sentiment. They did mention on commentary that he is a former Pure Rules champion, which we all know how I feel about that. But the 2021 version of him, the 2022 version of him is not the same that he is right now. But this first opening match is really a traditional test of strength lockup. It's really what Wheeler Yuta is doing these days, just stealing from Bryan Danielson. My God, he is stealing everything from Bryan Danielson. But I do want to say Matt Mako is keeping up with him. He didn't go down without a fight. He got a really awesome drop toe hold on Wheeler Yuta, and it went right into a cross arm breaker, which I can't perform that for you. However, it was really cool to see. Wheeler Yuta did his back breaker, standing on his neck thing. And it was one of those things of you have to have actual neck strength to do something like that. And I don't want to know the kind of regiment that they have to do to try to get that strength up. But that was a really interesting part of the show, of the opening match. Wheeler Yuta does impress me here because it is an opening match, so to speak. However, Wheeler Yuta does take the win, and I wouldn't have thought any other way. But I hope that we get to see Matt Mako in the future. Sorry, I'm hella distracted because there's people in my house now. So match result is Wheeler Yuta defeats Matt Mako. And on to the next. We do have a promo that is being aired with Josh Woods and Tom Lawler. Josh Woods is back on our television. It has been too long. But this promo, go back and see it. There are clips playing on Twitter showcasing their history together, how they were brought up, what paths each of one took, and how Tom Lawler was often compared to Josh Woods. It's really good. I'm really excited for their match. And if you like it when people know each other and they have history together and then they make a fight out of it, you're going to like this match. So I just want to see Josh Woods back on Ring of Honor television. Is that too much to ask? Really? Is that too much to ask? But really great promo. Go out and take a look at that. We have our only women's match of the night, the return of Trish Adora. Trish Adora is back on our television. We see her come to the ring with Carly Bravo and Sean Dean, the boys, the infantry. She is returning from injury, so we do see a knee brace. Will that be part of the match? Yes, it will be. It will be part of the match. And then we also have the smiling Rachel Ellering. We have not seen Rachel Ellering in quite some time. Going back a couple months now, if I had a cage match up, let's see. The last time that Rachel Ellering was in Ring of Honor. Let's see. See, this is the thing that I also hate is that when you try to go back, it's like, oh, there's other matches that have happened that haven't aired yet. However, the last we saw of Rachel Ellering was on episode 104. So it's been a couple. That was back in February, losing to Abaddon, which I remember this whole feud with Abaddon. I think Abaddon not being on our televisions is a big mistake, Tony Khan. Huge mistake. Sorry, excuse me. So we haven't seen Rachel Ellering in action. We haven't seen Trish Adora. Will they both have a little bit of ring rust? Will they have some sort of mention to their injuries? We have STG in the chat. Anytime I say freaking Tony Khan, you have to use these little emoji guys, okay? Please keep it up because I would like to bully Tony Khan. I really would. Let me bully Tony Khan. Make Ring of Honor better. You know why? Because Ring of Honor has an AEW problem. There, I said it. Okay, is this the part of the show where I go on my my rant where Ring of Honor needs to have a more definite line? They're treating it like their farm team. They're treating it like dark matches. Hello, I did like AW Dark Elevation. However, they are not treating it with the respect it is warranted. And that pisses me off. You know why? Because it deserves better than the bullshit that Tony Khan has been serving it. You bought this entire catalog. Well, not the whole catalog. You bought the majority of the catalog available to you, and you're just going to treat it like some farm team and not with the respect it deserves, the lineage it deserves. Tony Khan. However, maybe I should be schmoozing them a little bit because there are no tickets available Super Card of Honor. And I've applied for press. We'll see. I have never been approved. I've never been approved, y'all. I've been comped tickets, but I've never been approved for media. So all I want, Tony Khan, I say all of this with love. I would love to be in the media section of Super Card of Honor. I'm going to be there. There's going to be no one cheering louder than me. You want me at Super Card of Honor. However, please be nice. Please be nice. STG says, I do feel that Ring of Honor and AEW mashing together on AEW programming loses the focus. And it makes it so why would I spend $10 to watch matches nobody gives a shit about? I give a shit about it. You give a shit because you're watching this. But come on, Tony Khan, give a shit a little bit about Ring of Honor. Make it a little bit exclusive. Why else would people be giving you their crispy $10 bills? Come on. Bob Johnson is back. Hi. Hello. SCG. How is my boy LS? What is Assassinio? This is not Duolingo. We're not playing that game. Anyway, so we are actually talking about this match with Trish Adora versus Rachel Ellering. Both of them are returning. They have only met one other time, and this was back on episode 93 in November of last year. Trish Adora did come out on top, so we'll see what happens here. Rachel Ellering, I think, should be more of the focus here since we are heading towards the women's pure title. However, we shall see with the likes of Trish Adora. These two are actually pretty evenly matched. They're evenly skilled. Trish Adora does come with that power. That Lariat Tubman is so brutal. She's got a huge suplex. However, Rachel Ellering is quick. She's quick to respond and she's quick to match energy. So going into this match, Assassino. Oh. I have no idea what is happening. Okay. However, back to this match. Both women were really great. They were practicing their hard strikes, which the crowd was into. Rachel Ellering, there was a point where she had a really great shoulder block using her whole body into it. And Trish Adora responded with a bridge fisherman suplex. That's what I wrote. Bridge nope, I can't speak. Bridge fisherman suplex, which takes a lot of core strength. My God. Trish Adora and Rachel Ellering, I would like to see this on a bigger stage with more time. This match was pretty short. I don't have match times because I am also not Kyle Cake Sparks and I don't sit there and time things. However, it was to me under the 5-minute mark. It was probably under the 4-minute mark, if I'm honest. So in the end, we do see Trish Adora on top using that Lariat Tubman. Rachel sold that real quick, but if you would like to see the possibility of that happening again soon, the two of them starting some sort of feud, let me know, because then I can keep bullying Tony Khan so he can give me more of that. We have another promo segment here. Red Velvet is cutting a promo backstage. I love that she has her septum pierced. I really think that that's an addition to her character. But she is backstage saying, hey, Her TV title is a little bit more important. Has she been canceled? No. This TV title it actually exists. The pure title is in fantasy world. No one's ever won that before. She's won this title, which is a great point. There were a couple catchphrases that didn't seem to land. She puts the R in Ring of Honor and Velvet TV. You know, I didn't enjoy it. It seemed a little corny. But she's gonna bake some cake, and that's what we're here to do. Question mark. It's good to see her on TV. Let's work on those promos a little bit, shall we? Okay. Before our third match, we have a frat house promo of how we got to this place, of why the frat house and the Dark Order are feuding. I do not give a shit about this. You know why I don't give a shit about this? Is because I don't give a shit about the Dark Order. AEW has taken the Dark Order, who were so fucking over, and he somehow bastardized this entire squad. People didn't get re-signed, whatever. He didn't see the ultimate value in the Dark Order. And to be honest, the niche of it really went away. So why would I give a shit about them losing to the annoying boys, the frat house? Frat house, frat house. Win or lose, we booze. Are you fucking kidding me? Loser behavior. Don't want to watch this. Why would this make me want to watch it? Commentary is mentioning, Ian Riccaboni is mentioning about Preston Vance, how there must be some sort of pull because he used to be with the Dark Order and now he's, but nobody gives a fuck. Nobody is giving a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this. And I love Preston Vance. I don't know what it is about this segment and that I can't find anything that's good about this match. I don't think that Cole Carter is a very good wrestler. I don't think that him and Griff Garrison mesh well together here. I felt like this match was clunky. I felt like the only person that seemed to have their shit going for them is Evil Uno. And in the end, Evil Uno was the one who got. He got by Preston Vance behind the referee's back. And I think that that's bullshit. This isn't a feud blow off. This is just piss Auntie off time. And I don't like to be pissed off when I'm watching my wrestling. I mean, if you want to intentionally piss me off, you want to intentionally have the heels win and do all the, make it a better story. This is not a good story because AEW has taken the Dark Order and bastardized it. They've made it something that I don't recognize. You give me 2020 pandemic era, 2021 pandemic era of the Dark Order, and then I would care. But this is not something that I care about. Tell me, hands in the chat, do you care about the Dark Order? The answer is no. The answer is no. If you think about tag teams and the landscape of everything, even like Ring of Honor exclusive things, you don't think the Dark Order. You don't. And that really is AEW's issue. That they brought in all these new shiny toys and they have left the pieces to be picked up by the Dark Order. We see in the end, the frat house does pick up the win because Preston Vance hit a lariat on Evil Uno while the ref wasn't looking. Griff Garrison got the pin. Boo. How is it already 30 minutes into this podcast and I'm already at the main event? Why? It's because I'm talking about it. Nobody else is here to talk shit about it. So, tell me, what am I doing here? Why are we having this main event? The Sons of Texas of Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara are tag champions, with the Von Erichs, who are also the trios champions with Dustin Rhodes, are having a match versus, again, with the MXM collection. How many times have they fought together? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure everybody in this match at some point has wrestled each other. And I don't know how you make that more interesting. It is like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every single day. Do you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day? No, that would be insane. But this is just warmed up dog food at this point. It is trying to make leftovers stretch a little bit too far. And I'm a little bit annoyed. And I can't believe that these are our champions. Wow. I didn't think that. Okay. Do you like a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Because that's where it lies. If I'm honest, I love a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Crunchy or creamy? Crunchy or creamy? It does sound amazing. You know why? Because I love creamy peanut butter. And I like it when it's on the toasted side. Okay? It's on a little bit like darkened brown. It's warmed. So then it starts seeping in, right? I like my peanut butter on my sandwich toast bread. And then I put my jelly. I don't like my jelly touching my bread unless I'm having toast with jelly, you know? Yeah, a pressed toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Sounds amazing because I haven't eaten. Oh no! I love gardening. I love a good garden house. Let me go garden. We'll garden soon. But this is reheated leftovers. This match, this main event, this did not make me excited. But I'm always happy to see Mansoor and Mason Madden, the cutie patooties that they are. And I do have to say, as much as I'm shit talking this, the crowd was very into this match. I believe this was in Atlantic City in New Jersey, these tapings. So having a northern crowd be this excited for these Texas boys is pretty freaking cool. However, we cannot miss my boy. My boy is on. That's right. Tony Nese is in this match, and he does start off with Marshall. I'm just so used to saying QT Marshall. Tony Nese and Marshall lead this off, and he is so tall, and Tony Nese is so small. You want to cradle him in your arms. However, Tony Nese did an excellent job of getting MXM involved. There was a lot of double teaming in this match. As the match progressed, we're seeing different variations of people in this match. Eric Von Erich and why did I write Erica Von Erich? Ross Van Erich and Arya Davari do come into contact with each other, which I think is really great. Arya Davari went up for a top splash. However, Von Erich, why did I write it like this? Ross does seem to catch him and go into sorry, I can't get over Eric Von Erich. Why did I write that? Oh, that's so funny. but I really did enjoy the two of them uh, going back to back with their high flying moves and the Von Erichs being so powerful. Um, if you know the varsity athletes, of course, the lawyer Mark Sterling causing distractions to get the one up. Eric Von Erich, maybe one of the Marshalls, not 1,000 kids. Honestly, why not? Let's go. There's another one. But Mark Sterling causes a distraction, and guess what? He does this more than one time in the ring. It is like a formula over here. But we do get Mark Sterling getting ejected. So if you like watching Mark Sterling get ejected from things, feel free to watch this main event. It is pretty entertaining. It's just warmed up dog food at this point. Everybody has faced everybody. Hopefully this is the last we ever see of this. But in the end, Dustin ends up putting Mark Sterling into a Shattered Dreams, which results in a lawsuit. And it ends in an iron claw. Why would it end in any other thing? It ends in an iron claw with Tony Nese and Ari Daivari tapping out at the same time. So MXM untouched, but there we have it. The Texas boys are on top. However, I do want to note at the end of the match, weird music. Somebody's music hits. We don't know who it is. It is the Spiky Boys. We have Leo Rush and Action Andretti seeming challenging the Sons of Texas. And I am all for fresh blood into Ring of Honor. I just feel like Tony Khan doesn't know what to do with these guys. And I think that there is money to be made here with them. I think that there is something more that we need to see. We just need to see it under the big lights. Give it an opportunity, because the crowd's reaction to this was an indication that this is what they've been wanting. Action Andretti are in a match called, or in a faction called the Crew, but I'm still forever going to call them Spiky Boys because of their jacket. So a match has been announced for Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes with the Crew. We'll see what happens next. All in all, very short episode of Honor Ramble, very short episode of Ring of Honor. The first two matches are the only thing of substance. However, did storylines progress? Yes. Are we one step closer to Supercard of Honor? Yes. However, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, SGG? This is what happens when you let Auntie loose on everyone. We're 40 minutes in, 38 minutes in. Not much to talk about it. And honestly, I'm a little sleepy. Yes, I'm honestly a little bit exhausted from talking. It's so much easier when you have someone with you. But fret no more. We'll be back next week talking all things Ring of Honor. You can go and follow me on all social media. I told y'all, I unlocked my Twitter account because I told everyone I'm going to y'all in, and I'm going to try and sneak into Supercard of Honor. So find me _ queer auntie anywhere there is social media. Going to be vlogging more. I'm going to be doing more things more, so you won't want to miss that. I stream here Thursdays and Fridays, so you'll see me here tomorrow for the Mother Tuckin' Post Show with my co-host Jose on the air. Guys, I have a new excuse me. Do you want to come on the show? I didn't even know you were right there. Yeah,
We're just having a party down
yeah,
here.
that's totally fine. Hi, Mr. Tucker.
Say hi.
Do you want to come on the show? Hi.
Oh, you're famous. You're famous boy.
Yes, famous boy. But be sure to come back here tomorrow for the Mother Talking Post show. We are talking RuPaul's Drag Race. All Stars episode 3. Am I going to die because Bosco is so hot? Probably. I might pass away. But you won't want to miss seeing that historic moment. And guess what? There are other shows here on OLE. You got the Mother Talking Post show. You have Marvel Talk. You have all things wrestling. You have Taking Over on Tuesdays. Your NXT post show. Hello. There's so much going on. There's so many things happening. I'm going to remind you of all the things that are going on because I need to remind myself. Watch. Look at all the things.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming. I'm sick of all your lies. Why don't you try to be why? Know that I need you. Why?
All right, so you did see that there is a special show on Saturday. That's why I wanted to do that. We have a special mental health show for you on Saturday. I'm going to be a part of that. Bobby's going to be a part of it. Astrid's going to be a part of it. Melo's going to be back on your screens. Come, let's talk about mental health. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm very passionate about it. Y'all know that. But let's chat on Saturday. So I'm streaming tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday I'm over on Fightful Overbooked talking about how wrestling made me cry. We're probably going to talk a lot about the episode of Dynamite this week because I have a lot to cry about because it means that Eddie Kingston's coming back and I'm so excited about Eddie Kingston coming back, so you won't want to miss that. Yep, Saturday is Love Your Health, 4 p.m. Eastern. And that means it's 1 p.m. Pacific, so come join
Tucker.
3 days of Auntie. 3 days of Auntie. Da 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 da.
Look in my shirt, it's you.
Stop! That's so embarrassing. All right.
My best friend.
All right, I'm gonna head out. Y'all, you have a great evening. Remember, be kind to others. Don't be an asshole, and happy wrestling. Bye.
Was not a rich of the smile, was not aware of the smile. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for help.